So in this video I wanted to make a caravan, just like a tiny little cute one. I wanted it to be fully functional, and this was before I found the wheelbase in the like show hidden objects like debug menu, so I wasn't using that in this, but since I found that, oh my god, it makes them look so much cooler. So I was using this roof to create the general shape of the entire caravan, which turned out to be much more difficult than I thought, because you can't place them properly on foundations, and like it just wouldn't place very well, and it took a while. I'm kind of happy with how it looks, but it's still like, it wasn't perfect. This was also before I found out about the cars, I could not think of the word then, cars that are in like show hidden objects debug menu, so I actually scaled up a toy one and it looks kind of silly, but it's alright. Also, colouring like roof walls and stuff inside got kind of annoying, but I figured it out, but it was just kind of annoying to figure out, but I guess that's like the fun of trying something new. So now I had the general shape down, I wanted to do, you know, the inside, obviously. I wanted it to look like a realistic caravan in most ways, so I went for quite a, you know, typical exterior. I made the inside kind of cute, and then I did look for some reason at a glass roof. I don't know why. That would be silly. But yeah, I wish that you could just like build into the roof as well and like make it, you know what I mean, but yeah, you can't. So yeah, colouring the walls of the roof bit ended up just like going weird, and it wouldn't work properly. It was a little bit weird, but so I couldn't colour all the walls. I started working on my layout. I knew I just wanted it to be a 3-tile bathroom, just a toilet and a shower, and then space for the door. I know people have made smaller bathrooms that are fully functional, and I don't know how, so let me know. I don't know quite what particular aesthetic I went for in this. It's just, I think it looks nice, but it's sort of a bit of a mishmash, but it looks nice. So I started working on the interior layout, and I found this was the only decent place to put a bed, so I had to put it there. I wanted it to be accessible by 2 Sims without them having to like shuffle across or anything like that. I wanted it to just be fully accessible and playable, usable, livable, that's the word I'm looking for, by 2 Sims. I really like how I placed the sink. I think it's quite, I was going to say quite cool, but it's just a sink next to a bed, but it's quite interesting. It works really well with the space, and given that this isn't meant to be like a luxury camper, this is meant to be like a teeny caravan that, you know, just fits everything in, I think it works well. One thing that I wish we had was like futon folding sofas. I know they've introduced those now with tiny living, but still, that's not even quite what I mean. I mean like because that's like a Murphy bed, that's not quite like what's in a caravan, you know, like those big horrible U-shaped sofas that like fold out, things like that. That would work so much better in this space, because you'd be able to have somewhere to actually like sit and just be communal, I guess. I struggled to get everything to place like with enough room for them to get through, and I realised that this oven is less than a block wide, or a square wide, so that was best to go there. because it made the biggest amount of room for them to squeeze through to the bed. I wanted to include quite a few cupboards and storage bits because obviously that's what they'd want in here because it's a tiny space, you know? But I take the one away from above the counter space because I didn't want it to feel like cramped and squished in. And then there's not an indoor dining space, but again, realistically, the bed would, you know, fold up into some kind of sofa and table situation. But I just put one outside, so maybe they'd like fold one up and then they unfold it wherever they park up, or they just sit on the bed. Thought this was quite cute and there's enough seats for them to have people over. I thought it was just really nice. See, this is me deciding on a car by selecting a toy car. Oh, they look so weird. I'm really into terrain paints recently. I like making the paths out of them, and like this is a caravan, so it's obviously not meant to be like permanently on this lot. So I like the idea that there's not an actual path, it's just sort of been like worn in from where they're like walking up and down the same route every day. So I quite like that it's not just some kind of like dead straight path. I really wanted to add fairy lights. I wanted to add some kind of like bunting or something because that's so typical, especially here in Britain. I don't know about other places, but like you get like a middle class mum who's got like a VW camper and it's always covered in bunting and like all these pastel colours. I don't know why, but that's like this very stereotyped image in my head of like a caravan or camper van owner. So I just wanted to cover it in these fairy lights. I wish these would glow in the night. I don't know if they're meant to or not, but mine don't seem to. And then obviously I had to add a letterbox to the lot. I felt like realistically they wouldn't have one on this lot, but I had to add one in for it to be properly functional and playable. I sort of realised halfway through that placing all this clutter was a bit silly because as soon as they'd move it would all just fall off, but I had to put shelves here because cupboards made it too enclosed, and also it works as a bedside cabinet, and you know, like they don't place a drink on their nightstand or anything like that, but I like the idea that I can, you know, build that and have it look realistic even if it's not actually functional. So I like that there's like a little nightstand, and I just guessed that they would put everything away that's on the shelves. Bit annoying, but this isn't real, so it doesn't matter. I didn't want to wall in a full garden because they just wouldn't have like a full garden, but I wanted there to be a little like fence somewhere just to show like the edge of the lot. Obviously the paths do that, but I just wanted it to, I don't know, I thought it looked nice. Not too long after this I made another, I made an entire RV park using a lot of show hidden objects, debug menu stuff, and it is 1,000 times better than this. I love it so much, and I didn't record it because it was just like for fun, it wasn't for a video or anything. Not that making videos isn't fun, but you know, it was just me playing around on Sims, and I wish so bad I'd recorded it. But if you want to download it, I've put it up on the gallery, that's what I'm trying to think of, so I will try and like link that below. I'll try and link that below or something, or just right on the screen, like how you can find it. I just made a random couple so they can move in, and then I could test out the actual build. So I just wanted to test that everything functioned, so I just got him to do a little bit of cooking. Whilst he's doing that, the wife checks the sink works and it's all fine, and the mirror works, the shower works, toilet works. So everything works fine. I'm really happy with it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!